Hari Om. Om Shanti. Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. In this divine production, I would like to further illustrate the importance of internal pranayam. Internal pranayam is that where you can get hold of your own prana and play with it so that you balance between apana and prana, extending from Mooladhara chakra to Agna chakra and Agna chakra to the Mooladhara chakra. You do this manthan, the churning process, in order to balance apana from here and prana from here, achieve that balanced state and make use of that balanced energy, the combined energy, to activate your Kundalini Shakti so that you use that energy to realize yourself right here as the soul energy and realize the Paramatman in the Sahasrara chakra. Here, your true self is there as an Atman energy, along with Shiva Shakti, Krishna consciousness, Christ consciousness, Shiva consciousness. That's the main thing, to realize yourself first and then realize the God. So, pranayam does mean extension of your vital prana shakti. That prana shakti is the one needs to be balanced in order to go back to your roots, that Brahman, that Paramatma within yourself while you are alive. This is the most sought after goal of humans, to reach the abode of peace and bliss in the Sahasrara chakra while you are alive. And once you renounce your body, your Atman energy goes to a place which never comes back. It reaches a point of no return. It is like that black hole, the massive, huge black hole around which galaxies, sun, moon, all the other planets, everything in motion, they revolve around that Paramatman, that black hole in which you can expect Lord Krishna to be there and creating everything, maintaining everything, and renewing from time to time all the processes in this cosmos. That's the point you need to reach for you not to get back to this planet and suffer from all kinds of maladies, distress, despair. It's a roller coaster life, as you all know. So, how is pranayam equates with this? In order to avoid all the maladies, and pranayam serving as a panacea, as a cure-all technique to reach the abode of peace and bliss. Our bodily system, as our central nervous system, a blueprint of that is there within you. That is the subtle body system. The subtle body consists of your central nervous system, running through all over the body, and the main nadis of that autonomous nervous system or Pingala nadi running from hypothalamus to the Muladhara chakra on the right, and Ida nadi running from your hypothalamus to the Muladhara chakra, and in between, in the center, you have your spinal column, the spinal cord, in which you have Brahmarandra or Brahma canal, Brahma nadi. Actually, Brahmarandra is here, but that's that a river of Brahma in which the energy flows along the spinal column, also called Sushumna nadi. Sushumna nadi consists of Vajra nadi, Chitra nadi, and Brahma nadi. But in the Brahma nadi, at the base, in the Muladhara chakra, you have the Kundalini Shakti, the dormant potential energy in the form of a serpentine. And both Pingala and Ida, they correspond to sympathetic and parasympathetic actions of autonomous nervous system. So whatever Pingala does, Ida undoes. If Pingala puts you in stressful situation, Ida undoes that, keeps you relaxed. It quietens you. You see, both of them run along the Sushumna Nadi. They wind around that, making a braid, just like a DNA duplex structure, double-stranded one. And then when it is winding, they are winding each other, you form a crisscross intersection. Each intersection is called a plexus or chakra. And then you have actually 7 chakras in your subtle body, starting from Muladhara chakra, the basal chakra, and then comes the Swadhisthana chakra, then comes Manipura chakra, Anahata chakra, Vishuddha chakra, Agna chakra, and Sahasrara chakra. All of them have to be activated. They have to be balanced so that your bodily systems, like physiological systems, work very well. Psychological system works very well, so that you can accommodate your individual soul energy, your mind, your intellect, and your ego. All of them you can accommodate nicely so that you do not suffer from any maladies, any diseases, no complaints whatsoever. If one practices the internal pranayam. So, this internal pranayam was taught by Lord Krishna to Arjun post Kurukshetra war. It involves 2 to 3 requirements for you to practice this sadhana, create that yogagni, and dissolve all the defects from your systems. Keep them regulated very well. The main defects in your body are kapha, vata, and pitta. They are the ones that cause all types of maladies in the human body. So you need to get rid of them in order to be healthy, in order to have healthy mind, healthy intellect, so that you can control your mind and senses and tread the path of spiritualism while you are doing your prescribed duties, fulfilling all your responsibilities materially and then spiritually as well. You can progress. So, Lord Krishna embeds the description and the practicality of this internal pranayam in some of his shlokas uttered during Bhagavad Gita teaching before the war began. And also, he demonstrates this to Arjun at his request post war. And also, he mentions this in Uttara Gita. You can find the information in Yoga Vasistam, Upanishads, etc. This pranayam is part of the Hatha Yoga and also part of the Ashtanga Yoga. Okay, Pingala Nadi corresponds to sun, and Ida Nadi corresponds to moon. It does the cooling effect, and it does all the intense activities. You see, as human beings, we externalize all our energy through our sense organs and action organs. You lose so much energy in this process. If you have all that energy internally, then you can actually use that energy to realize yourself, what you are truly, and then God realize. When you are born with 100% energy, that vital pranic energy force God sent you along with the individualized soul. But you see, when you are born, at that moment, you see, when you would like to take a breath, you can't, because your lungs are filled with amniotic fluid that needs to come out. Then the child uses this cosmic energy within the body to get rid of that amniotic fluid from the lungs, so that the child takes the first breath. Actually, that's an expiration to get rid of the unwanted fluid in the lungs. As a result, you lose most of the energy, and then it gets deposited right in your Muladhara chakra. Otherwise, you would have all the 100% energy right here in your Bhrukuti. So, herein, let's chant the three shlokas that Lord Krishna uttered, where he described as to how to do this internal pranayam. So first of all, what is pranayam? The definition and the meaning of this is embedded in the following shlokam. Samam kayam shirogrivam dharayan achalam sthira सम्प्रेक्षनासिकाग्रम् संदिशश्चनवलोकयन् आ आ You have to place your lumbar region, neck, and head in a straight line. That's the first requirement. And don't look at any direction at all, but look here in the Bhrukuti. That's the Agna Chakra. This is the space between the two eyebrows. Very intensely, you fix your gaze, and then you focus on top of the breath. That means right here. You have to take the energy from the Muladhara chakra through 6 chakras to reach the 6th chakra here. Okay? Once that energy gets balanced, reaches that equilibrium state, then it goes down and activates the Kundalini Shakti. That's very critical. So, in order to In order to make them balance, what do we need to do? Sparshan krutva bahir bahyan. Sparshan krutva bahir bahyan. Chakshushchaivantarabhruvo. Pranapanau, pranapanau, samau kritva, nasabhyantaracharinau, pranapanau, samau kritva, nasabhyantaracharinau. We need to use this technique where Nasabhyantarachari now, you know, that small tongue-like structure, uvula, you have soft palate, coarse palate, and then use that as a lifting mechanism, pressing down mechanism, as a platform to create vacuum so that your apana gets drawn up to the Agna chakra. That is Nasabhyantarachari now. At the same time, you have to fix your gaze right here and on top of the shwasa, the breath. It's very important. And then in the third one, he mentions this. Apane jufati pranam, prane panam, tatha pare, pranapana, gati, gati rudhva, pranayam parayanaha. Pranapana gati rudhva, pranayam parayanaha. Pranayama is extension of your life energy, which is with your Atman energy. This is the one indicates that you are a soul energy. It actually makes you come into that consciousness, that awareness. So this is only the symptom of your soul energy, that consciousness, that awareness that you exist and you are doing this pranayam exercise, this sadhana, yogagni sadhana, so that you purify yourself, your autonomous nervous system consisting of 72,000 different nadis, the nerve fibers, the networks, so that your circulatory system works well, your excretory system works well, your reproductive system works well, and your respiratory system works well, your dhvani system or expression system works well. It's all in your hands what to do to get enlightened. You make your body diamond-like and no health complaints at all. You don't need to go and see a physician to get diagnosed and treated for any malady, because it is the panacea to all diseases, all maladies, and enlightenment. So, how is it done? Like I said, you need to sit in a comfortable position, sukhasana, vajrasana, Padmasan or sit on a chair, and then choose a mudra, a Gnana mudra like this, and then place on your thighs like this, and then intensely fix your gaze in the Bhrukuti and start practicing, drawing the apana up and prana down. Do the churning process so that prana and apana get balanced. Okay? When you do this process, when you draw the apana up, that is called purakam, and you pause for a moment, that is called kumbhakam, then you press it down, then that becomes internal exhalation, that is called rechakam, and then you pause down there in the Muladhara chakra, that becomes internal internal adho kumbhakam. Okay, you can do like 50 times this repetitious process of drawing up and pressing down the your your pranic shakti, life force energy, which came along with your individual soul, which becomes the consciousness in your mind, in your brain processes that energy, the actualized energy, when the Kundalini Shakti gets activated and rises up because of the balanced energy of prana and apana stimulating the Kundalini Shakti, the potential dormant energy in the Kundalini. So, what our brain does is it will process that actualized energy, which becomes the consciousness. So, as you rise up, as you make your Kundalini Shakti up through the various chakras, that means you're feeling that differentiated energy in the form of consciousness. Once you reach here and the Sahasrara chakra, you feel the maximum, so that your dimension, the dimension of your consciousness increases. You feel that you are unionized, united with that Paramatma, serving it is lotus feet, and unconscious of the external world full of desires, anxiety, all kinds of maladies. You know, it is a roller coaster life. True yogi never wants to come back. Once he gets enlightened and after renouncing the body, he gets united with the Paramatma, experiencing that true peace and bliss forever, unless and until Bhagavan and the Brahman sends back on a particular mission to this planet. And then once you balance the energy here in the Bhrukuti, it goes and activates your Kundalini Shakti. For that, then you need to get into the meditative process. How do you do the meditation after doing this exercise? several times. 50 times I said. 50 times because Sanskrit alphabet has 50 letters, which the combination of which can form worldly things, desires, etc. So you want to get rid of that. You do not want to become conscious of that. That is why internally you get purified by doing 50 times. So here, normal human beings, like bogies you can call, they do take these breaths actually 15 times per minute, 21,600 times in 24 hours. Those who take less than that, they're actually yogis. Those who take more than that, they're actually yogis. Yogis, bhogis, and rogis. On the other hand, a tortoise does take only 3 breaths. A bullhead whale takes only once in 90 minutes. Thereby, their longevity increases. They're healthy. A dog takes many times breaths. Its average life is 14 to 15 years. Our average life is about 70 years. If one wants to increase the longevity and provide a healthy, sound shelter to your Atman energy, you need to perform this yoga sadhana so that you increase your longevity and stay healthy and make your body like a diamond, like Hanuman. Yes, one can do it. You start doing it initially, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 3 hours. As you increase and repetitiously doing this sadhana, you you actually feel difference in your body and thinking process and consciousness. So how do you do the meditation? You can choose a mudra for that as well. You can either choose this type of mudra where you place one palm on top of other like this, close your eyes or roll them up so that you fix your gaze in the Bhrukuti only on the point of light, and do not take external breaths. Do not inhale oxygen or expel carbon dioxide through your nostrils. If you have to, then you have to suspend that process in your nostrils. Do not externalize at all. While I was doing this pranayam exercise, I was not breathing external air or exhaling carbon dioxide through the nostrils at all. That is the main requirement. If you do that, you're going to lose your cosmic energy from the body, the life force energy, the consciousness. That's the one you have to keep. That's how you choose your mudras. And by placing a mudra, you are actually keeping the energy within your body so that it does not externalize. You do not become externally conscious. That is the main purpose of choosing a mudra. So you either choose this or a Shankha mudra, or it is also called Linga mudra. So the thumb, it has to actually touch the navel, and then you tense your Muladhara chakra, and then you actually already it is balanced here. You think that the energy is balanced here, and it has gone down, and it actually activated your Kundalini Shakti. You do this dhyan, this meditation, maybe for half an hour or 20 minutes in the beginning. So, pranayam involves taking the apana and joining the prana, and prana joining the apana, that churning process or rubbing process. You need to get that energy balanced between the two. It's like, orange juice with pulp, and neat orange juice flowing in Ida, and pulp orange juice flowing in the Pingala, and you actually shake them up together so that it becomes uniform. That balance, that uniform energy needs to activate your Kundalini Shakti. That's how it reaches your brain, the network of brain, hypothalamus, thalamus, medulla oblongata, pons, and the four ventricles. All of them get activated. And the CSF, cerebrospinal fluid, actually flows without any obstructions, because you have dissolved the obstructions in the form of kapham, vatam, and pittam. Everything is actually related to them, all maladies in the body. That's how you do pranayama. Okay? And you see, let's talk a little bit about the black hole. Black hole is the one, it's huge, and all the moving bodies in the cosmos, they rotate around that black hole. It is believed that Lord Krishna stays there. It's dark, and then it has the capacity to draw even the light particles. Light is very fast. Its speed is many miles, thousands of miles per second. Nothing can escape. When the stars die, they collapse into it. All the energy collapses into the black hole. So it is believed that all the Atman energies, the enlightened ones, the freed ones, they get in there, that no point of return. They never come back. The event of horizon takes place right there. That's the point one has to reach. That means in the thalamus region, you have to reach the thalamus region so that you never come back to the external world full of desires. Then you suffer from all maladies because of the 6 enemies within you: kama, krodha, lobha, mada, matsarya. Okay? All these 6 enemies are there within you that degrade your individual Atman energy. Uddharetatmanatmanam natmanamavasadhayet. Uddharetatmanatmanam natmanam avasadhayet. Atmaiva bandhuratmanam. Atmaiva bandhuratmanam. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Your mind plays a critical role where you want to go in life. Mind is the one, is the best friend and worst enemy. It all depends upon your consciousness, your education level in the divine knowledge. And then your mind actually elevate your Atman energy or degrade. That means everything is within you, in your mind, in your controlled mind. When you have a controlled mind, controlled intelligence, then you can elevate your Atma for enlightenment. Do not degrade so that everything gets concentrated here. That means you externalize with the worldly subjects and objects, and there becomes highly difficult to get out of the clutches of this Maya. So, in order to get out of the clutches of Maya, get that energy, bring it together here. How much energy do you need? That pranic energy, that life force energy you were endowed when you came out of your mother's womb. You had 100% that energy. That energy is equivalent to 128 times the energy body needs to maintain. 128 times. That means if you want to activate your Muladhara chakra, you need twice the energy that is needed by your own body to function well. Each chakra, it doubles. Okay? If it is at the Muladhara chakra, you need 2 times, then 4 times with the Swadhisthana chakra. And then with the third chakra, the Manipura chakra, you need 8 times. And with the Anahata chakra, you need 16 times. Then you need with the Vishuddha chakra 32 times. And then you need 64 times. So 64 times times 2, 128 times energy you need to reach the Almighty, that Paramatman, okay, from one chakra to another chakra. That much energy is needed for your individualized soul to reach and united with the Paramatman, that super soul. So let's practice this pranayam, internal pranayam, every day without fail. Then actually you have utilized your janma as the human being and fulfilled your goal of reaching that final abode of peace and bliss. Hari Om, Hari Om, Tat Sat. That means you have to use that sound, the conch sound created when you are exercising, when you are playing with your own Atma through breath, you are creating that internal Om sound. So, with the help of the Om sound, you are realizing yourself and reaching the Paramatma. That's what is Hari Om Tat Sat. Okay? Swasti with another divine production in the days to come. So long, folks.